Can you believe that Once Human has already been out a year now? And to celebrate, Once Human is now getting its 2.0 update and a new scenario called Endless Dream. Welcome back, all. Moto here, and I'm really excited. We have a ton of info to dive into today with Once Human. It is sort of like information overload right now. There is so much coming and being updated and improved and everything. So I'm going to try to break it down as simple as possible. After maintenance, they're going to give us some little goodies like they always do. And one of the items that I'm excited for is the retro hooded leather jacket. Yes, please. I don't even know what it looks like, but I know I want it. They're going to give us like star crom and all that other stuff too, which is always good. So obviously the biggest news is that we have a new PvE scenario from Once Human called Endless Dream. Right away in phase 1, the entire map will be available. That means the lower areas that you played in Manabus, and then the more northern area of the Way of Winter. The entire map is open and available in phase 1. The entire vibe of this scenario is just this creepy nightmare. In this scenario, we have layers of nested dream zones that have descended upon the wilderness. Each dream zone has its own unique environmental traits and combat effects. The deeper you go into the nightmare, the more difficult it becomes because the effects begin to stack. Our job as metahumans is to purify these zones. One thing that's really cool about this scenario is that you're not bound by your territory terminal to build. You can go into the dream zones and build. As the scenario progresses, so do the dream zones and the deviants. As you eliminate these eternal dreamers, it reduces the duration of phases 1 through 5, which is very interesting. So for example, phase 1 is 3 days. However, it could be shortened to 2. Another example would be phase 2 is 5 days. However, if you're defeating those eternal dreamers, you could shorten it to 3 days. That's a super short summary of Endless Dream. I'm excited to see how this whole thing plays out. There's a lot more information, but I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to go through all the details. I will put the link in the description in case you want to check it out. I have to say, out of everything in the 2.0 update, this is what I'm most excited about. A new class system. I was reading on one of their posts the other day that when they created the mimetic specializations, that their intention with it was for us to use that as a way to customize our play experience to match our play style. But they were expecting us to pick things that matched what we like to do. But what they found out after like long-term data was that we might be choosing those to like min-max things. Like it was all about what benefits us the most, not necessarily like what we were enjoying the most. So with that, they decided to come out with this class system. We have 3 new classes, and I have a feeling that if this goes well, we might get more, which I'm really excited about. Each class has a core ability and 3 talents. The core ability will alter the gameplay rules. The talents work with the core ability to sort of make it its own unique thing. The chef is inspired by real life cooking. You could look at a recipe in real life and go, I don't like that. I'm going to put this in instead. But in the game, you legit have to put exactly what's in the recipe. But with the chef class, you can basically put together ingredients however you want to make your own thing. With the chef class, you get a campfire stove. It's portable, it's solar powered, you can take it with you anywhere. Additionally, you can place dishes on the campfire stove to share with other players. I can already see us gathering before a big battle, having a meal together, getting some boost, and then going right into battle. The second class is Gardener, and I'm not gonna lie, just reading over what it is a little confusing. The Gardener specializes in crops and mechanoid monsters. I'm excited to learn more about this class. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little confusing, the wording on this one. I will post the link in the description if you want to check it out in more detail. The starting item for the gardener class is a portable planter box. It's used to store biomechanical crops or cultivate seeds on the go. You also get an environmental detector, which tracks nearby environmental conditions when held in the hand. The last class is the one I'm most excited about. It's called Beastmaster. With this class, we can use a beast whistle to summon and command a beast partner. They can fight, gather, or mine. We get to pick between 3 starting partners. Pongo is a green boar that excels at gathering and can get rare items. Misha is a golden bear. Misha is going to be good in battle. Shiro is a white wolf, which I think is also going to be good for battles. I'm super excited for this. I already know which class I want to do. Let me know in the comments, which would you choose? Once Human is definitely bringing it for 2.0. So thanks so much for checking out this video. If it was helpful, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you next time.